So welcome to our webinar this morning, Ready to Use Templates for Online Learning. We're excited to have you here with us today. And just by the way of some quick introductions, my name is Dave Palmer, and I am a product expert here at Lucid for Education. And I'm joined today by the fabulous AP, and she is an expert educator, so we're really excited to have her here as we talk about using templates.
Good morning.
All right. So today we're going to talk about templates, as I said, and we've been hearing from a lot of you that you would like to help us, you'd like to see how you can get content quickly into the hands of your students, how you can take lesson plans that you have already been using, and hopefully, as we show you how you can connect with some of the templates that we've already got in place, we can show you how you can do that. So to start off with, I'm going to come to our just kind of the home page that you might see when you first log in to Lucid for Education. And you'll notice this blue Education Templates button. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on that link, and that's going to take you to a resource center that has templates for both Lucid Chart and for Lucid Press. We're going to focus primarily on Lucid Chart today, and we're going to go through a couple of examples. So when we come into this page here, you might see some of these options here at the top, and we're going to go ahead and just filter by a couple of different options to narrow down our search. We're going to start off with templates maybe for an upper elementary, then we'll filter by, let's say, science in this case, and then even by content type. So in this case, we'll filter by graphic organizers. And you'll notice that my selections here have changed. I have an option here for two-set Venn diagram. Here I have a quick thumbnail, and I can also scroll through and get an idea of what this template looks like, which is perfect. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and use this Venn diagram for this activity. I'm going to go ahead and open this template, which will open up the copy of the template into my library, into my documents page. All right, so creating a Venn diagram is a fantastic way for us to help our students learn how to compare and contrast. And so what we're going to do here is just make a couple of changes here. I'm going to hurry and take just a quick double click on my title here and change this to something where we can work on that goes with the unit we're teaching. And we're going to learn how to compare and contrast the differences between frogs and toads. So quickly, to set this up for the learning, I'm going to go ahead and select a little text box that I can drag out onto my canvas, change the size of that. Go ahead and change this left side to be frogs. And we'll copy this over here on the right and make the right-hand side toads. I'm going to drag one more text box so we can show where we want our similarities. Actually, sorry, this side will be the differences. Put that on both sides. And then here in the middle, this will be our similarities. All right. So we'll go ahead and delete these little sections here in the middle. We're not going to use those. In this example, what we want to do is, since this is something we can send to our students and they're not all in the same classroom at the same time, this might be a little bit more of an asynchronous activity, we're going to use sticky notes. So we'll go ahead and drag a sticky note out onto the canvas, and we'll double click and we can add some instructions. So we'll have them add a sticky note for some similarities and differences of frogs and toads. So now as our students come in, they can go ahead and drag out onto the canvas and start placing different content that they have learned as they have discovered the differences and similarities between frogs and toads. They can go ahead and change this one. They might add that frogs, for example, live in water. And they may end up putting their name on this. Another student might add that they are both amphibian. And then over here under toads, that they live on land. They can even change the color so that maybe they can add just a little more character to it. An easy way to get the students in, this template's ready to go, and this make it easy for you to get this activity started. Now, as a reminder, you can go ahead and share this over here on the top right-hand side with the sharing button, or you can share it through your LMS. And if you need some reminders on how to do that, we had a video just the other day. We've got that up on our YouTube channel. All right, AP, I think you are muted still. Sorry.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Dave. Another great thing to use is feature find. So if you've forgotten how to do any of the things that Dave showed you today, you can always visit feature find and you can find what you need to do there. And another teacher tip is you could include the resources that you want your students to draw for as links on the canvas here. And you can also add your own sticky notes to add some character, or suggest that they resort so that you can give feedback in real time and encourage that collaboration.
Fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and look at another template option that we could use. So again, I'm going to come back to my assignment creator, and I can either go back to, click on back to documents, will take me to that original link. I still have that tab open, and so we'll just go ahead and go back out. I'm going to reset my filters here. In this case, I have one already here at the top that I want to use, this cause and effect graphic organizer. So we'll go ahead and click on this one. Again, take a quick look, make sure it's what I want. This does look pretty good for what I'm using here. And I'll again open this template. And as that pops up, we can see this one has a little bit more to it. We can see some instructions here on the right-hand side, and then a number of different tabs that we can use. There's some printable versions that I'm actually just going to delete by right-clicking on these tabs, because I want this just to get down to my one tab. Perfect. Zoom in just a little bit on this. Okay. So as we use this cause and effect diagram, this is a great way for students to, again, connect and collaborate, but this is a chance for them to practice some of their writing skills. And with all that's going on right now, this is a good chance for them to process some of the things that they are dealing with, especially as we go through this COVID-19 scenario, and it might make it easier for them to think about each of the different ways that this has affected their lives and talk about it. So here I'm going to go ahead and just change this title. We'll actually call this one Cause and Effect COVID-19. All right. And what we might do here is with these 5 different options, we could maybe tag some students and break them into groups. So for this first example, cause number 1, I might right click, excuse me, and then let's go ahead and add a comment. So in this case, I can type in the name of one of my students, and I could then add a couple of others. Let's say we've got Adam on this, and then we've got Jerry. And we'll just let them know that they're going to go ahead and work on this section. It'll ask me to share that with them, which we've done so now. And we would do that with each one of these different sections. So again, we'll split this into 5 groups. So for this first one, we might give them an example. So let's go ahead and double click on the shape, and we might talk about homeschool. So having school at home here. So we've got that short-term effect. That short-term effect, one that my son's talking about a lot right now, is not being able to be with his friends. And I know that we see that could be a senior who might not have the opportunity to walk at graduation. So we could put some of these in here as, not walking at graduation, not being with friends. We might add some others. Now for the long-term effect, this would be a chance for us to really help reassure them, in the long term, hopefully from, having school at home. Looks like my spelling wasn't so great. For the long-term effect, really, we're going to be okay. Still can connect with friends. Still get diploma. we can go ahead and add to that. So this will give them a chance to, again, start to process some of the things that they're working through. We might add other things such as, the economy. This could be one that we might focus a little bit higher level for, maybe a high school. Depending on the grade level, we might depict or adapt those causes that we want them to focus on just a little bit differently. So another fantastic way that we can use one of our ready-to-make templates and help our students start to work together and collaborate and get an online activity ready. And again, just as AP had reminded before, that feature find, fantastic way that we can get a little bit more information if we're not sure how to edit or adapt this to our needs.
Great, and I really like in this template that it can help us to continue that connection that we work so hard to build with our students. I know many of you feel like it's super important for you to maintain those connections and be a place for your students to process everything they're going through. And an activity like this can help them with those skills you want them to practice, but also really encourages that connection that I know many of you are really working to maintain with your students.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, so just as a quick reminder, I'm going to come back to my first little slideshow. We've had a couple of these just quick little webinars. Hopefully, we're just trying to make it easy for you to see how you can start to use Lucid for Education in this online learning or distance learning environment. We had a chance to go through a couple of days ago the collaboration features in our Collaborate to Connect template, or excuse me, webinar. Yesterday, we talked about using your LMS for sharing and to continue that teaching and get content quickly in the hands of your students. And then today talked about how we can use templates to just quickly give you a quick jump start. And those have all been, at least the first two have been uploaded to our YouTube page at Lucid for Education. And we'll be adding this other one as well and sending out a copy of it as we're done. But hopefully you can see how this can be a tool for you. And we'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or send an email. And again, we appreciate your time today. So have a great day.